has access to, like, he wanted violin on his song, okay, get violins in here, because he's at that level where he can just, like, snap his fingers and get something there.
That is
crazy. So having that luxury is also, like, super dope once you're at that level, and it kind of boosts you that much more. But I still think you can do all the same things with just a mic and a computer.
It's the energy behind it. Because, like, in those situations, your energy's going to be more hyped up because you're like, oh, yeah,
it's
I got violinists and all that stuff.
And there's a touch that's different live and electronic. There is totally different. But you can emulate like really closely electronically. So
that's crazy.
And, you just gotta have fun with it.
Right. Speaking of creating, how about we play that track of yours?
I would love to play that track. Let's play that.
All right. Would you like to introduce the track for the world real quick?
Yeah. I mean, it has like a tiny little story in it. I'm gonna just quickly run through it. But I have this friend. I've known her since I was like 2 years old. Her name's Mila. I was just talking to shout out Mila. Good homie of mine. And we were just talking one day, and I was kind of like. This is probably almost a year ago now, or it was like way early this year. And, you know, we'd always talk about my music and stuff. And she'd always say, like, I want to be on a track, you know, and we'd kind of like joke about it, whatever. Yeah. But then one day I was like, all right, just like, let's do it. Let's run it. Let's get you on. Because she's always like, she sang, but not professionally at all. She just like, you know, whatever for fun. And I was like, wow, like that's really cool. And I kind of wanted to expand out with different voices and stuff. So I was like, get in here, make a little R&B track, see what we can do. She had never recorded before, never sang like live before, never done anything similar. Crazy. And it was just like, it was really smooth. And like, obviously like, and the song was really quick. Like we made the song in like 3 hours, 4 hours.
That's crazy.
Right? And it was super quick, but I mean, it was super dope that she just kind of like, it was her first time ever. So, right? Like it's crazy. And we've been talking about releasing it for a while, so it's unreleased right now.
Sick.
So, we're just trying to show people the song, see what they think.
Fire.
Hell yeah.
All right. Here it is right here on Proetiq Radio. The track is called Cardiac.
Yes, sir.
Yes, by A1 and
Mila.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it's Cardiac, baby.
Yes, y'all. That's Cardiac by A1 and Mila.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Shout out, Mila.
That's fire. That's crazy. That was the first time she ever recorded.
Oh yeah,
as well too.
It was super wild.
Damn, bro, like that's crazy, man. That's good quality music right there, boy.
Hell yeah. It was super fun to make it too. Like it was just the vibe was incredible.
Yeah. No, that's wild. So did you guys produce the beat as well too? Or like
yeah, I got it from actually a homie as well.
Okay, that's fire.
Some guy I met through Instagram, which was super
crazy.
dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just in my room. My other homie Jonah was there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Jonah as well. And we just like she just pulled up, and it was just natural. Like it just happened. It went by so fast, right?
That's crazy.
We look out and it was dark outside. We're like, oh shit.
Time just flew by.
Yeah, damn.
Sick.
But it just everything came super naturally with the song, and it wasn't really a forced writing. And like I said before, I don't really write stuff.
Yeah.
Sort of. So and I kind of like helped write like her part as well because she had never like written anything before. So but I mean she contributed like pretty much the entire like her verse was pretty much her. Like that was all her, right?
That's amazing.
So it was super dope, and we had a lot of fun with it. And I'm hoping to do something with it soon, but you know we're working on it still.
That's sick, bro. Yeah. That is fire.
Hell yeah.
That's a sick track, sick record.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and just the writing process of it sounds pretty fucking natural and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Like that's really sick. And I see you have like the time stamp on it too, 2023 10 20 12 49 p.m.
Yeah. I don't know if that might have just been the way.
Oh, just random.
Yeah. Cool. Writing the time down, the seconds down.
It's like gotta know this is history, right?
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. Yeah. That is fire. Anything else that any of you guys are like working on right now, like that, like you know, maybe doesn't have a release date or anything, but you kind of like have something cooking that you're like close to being like, yo, this is like almost like there kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I got a 3-song EP that I'm hoping to drop soon.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much about it.
All right.
But you know, it was literally like such a random idea. I made like a couple songs, and I was like, and they all kind of fit the same like vibe category, like topic that I was talking about in those songs. Yeah. And I was like, damn, and they all fit the same vibe. You three have all heard all of them. Yeah, the Drugs EP. So, you know, it talks about some issues and stuff like that. It's good stuff, but it's pretty hype music. And, I'm hoping to release that soon. I'm hoping to release a lot of stuff soon, but I'm a very, like, self-critical person. So I'll kind of, like, get sick of listening to my own music. And I'm like, okay, if I'm sick of it, then everybody else will get sick of it. So I can't release that.
True.
So I have so many songs that I have a whole like album that I was gonna release, and I just scrapped the whole thing because I was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. So I'm just kind of seeing how things go with this little EP, and we'll see.
True.
Hopefully it's long in 3.
Yeah. They're trying to get me to put more on it as well, but I don't know. Yeah, it's tricky. With releasing music has always been such a struggle. Like MIA, the song we played last week, was just such a like I made it, and then that day I was like. Because, you know, I was super, like, self-conscious about my music, and FAROUQ was like, just stop thinking about it. Like, just put it out.
Yeah.
All right, sure. And I just put it out without thinking about it. And it's gone really well. I mean, I still love that song.
Yeah, it's my favorite track.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, yeah, that one was really impulsive. So I think I just got to be more impulsive and get that stuff out there.
That's fire. Yeah, that's a banger. We got that song right over here as well, too. Again, MIA. Who's that? Who's that produced by and written by and sung by? Like,
God.
And I remember FAROUQ had a part of that as well too. You're saying, right? Yeah, with the melody and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was Scandy Beats. Shout out Scandy Beats. That was just I found him through YouTube actually when I was looking through like type beats and stuff.
Nice.
And I found out about that guy, and he's crazy talented, and so you know, I got that instrumental, and that song was just kind of like it was just another thing. One day made it. I was getting pissed off with the chorus. I was like, I can't figure out this damn chorus. And so I called FAROUQ in. I forget what he was doing, but I called him into the little studio area, and he was like, oh yeah. And he just like sang this like beautiful melody off the top of his head. I was like, God, we're using that. And it was tight. It was dope. And give yourself more credit. I put he's credited on the song, but it was that song was supernatural as well.
Yeah, that's fire. Do you want to introduce that track right quick, and we'll just play it for the peeps?
Yeah. This is MIA. Let's hear it.
Yes, y'all. We are back. That's fire track MIA.
Yes,
yeah. So, any of you guys have stuff on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, or YouTube or stuff like that? Like,
I have some stuff on SoundCloud, but it's more less about me posting it for other people, like me
more
sharing
like
it. It's more like
exactly,
thing, right? Yeah.
It's
like people can go and listen to it if they want to, by all means. But it's not necessarily anything that I'm also wanting to push for myself as like an artist as well.
Okay, it's just for like your own library kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
True. What about you, FAROUQ?
I feel like that's a great point because like I do have like stuff released when I was younger, but that's like young kind of like more immature kind of like sound, not like what I want, because with the things that I want, especially moving forward, it's more of a classy type of kind of vibe to it, I'd say.
True.
So, I also want to be able to like make beats and like put lyrics, whether it's someone else singing or whoever it is.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've been to that level yet. So it's still like a building up process.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that. What about you, Ev?
Yeah, I use like same as Mark. I use like SoundCloud for like my own like personal like just organization, I guess.
I feel
I just have a bunch of stuff vaulted, like with like plugins and stuff, like vocals. I'm like super critical of my stuff.
I feel that.
But,
that's crazy.
Everybody's pretty critical. Like it's like an artist thing, right? You like your stuff, but then when the time comes to put it out, you're like, maybe I need to like sit with this a bit longer. So,
but then you can go back and listen to it, and you're like, yo, this is actually fucking sick. It has potential, but there's like that one thing kind of missing kind of thing.
I feel like MIA has been aging really well so far.
Nah, for sure.
I normally, I'm kind of like, everyone's playing it all the time when it comes out. My family and friends are like sending it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I know. And I kind of get sick of it, but like this song, I've heard it a billion times, and I still enjoy listening to it. And I hope that's the case for everybody else as well.
No, 100%. It's it goes very well. Like it fits really well in like the pockets of like every fucking, I don't know, like loop and stuff. Like just it sounds good. It goes really good together and stuff. The melody part that you're talking about when you hummed it, that's the one like
the chorus. It was the chorus.
I think also the like panning from like high to low.
That was totally him, and it was super. It was just like such a random thing. Like we didn't sit down and
crazy,
because we've sat down like the three of us, two of us, me and Evan, all of us separately, whatever, to make a song together. But like this one was just like I was just making one of the, like I had made like 5 songs that day, and this was like the last one I made.
That's crazy.
And I was just I loved like how like the direction it was going, but I just couldn't like get something, and I was like, you know what? Get in here, and he just as soon as he gave me that, the rest of it was just like there.
I love critiquing.
He's not shy.
I'm very not shy. I feel like when you listen to a song, you could either tell if it's just like a song or if it's like kind of art.
Yeah.
Like, because like some like only the good music's gonna last. That's how I'm gonna put it. Because
art. 100%.
So like only classics will last. That does sound like a classic to me. At least.
I appreciate that. And I mean, he's not like there's been songs I've showed him where he's like, this is not it. And I'm glad, because you know what, I have like some friends and stuff where I'll show them a song, and every time I play it, they'll be like, yeah, it's really good, or that, yeah, it's nice, it's fire, And I know, like, I have a few friends who mean that, like, they're super supportive, they love everything I show them, but I really appreciate, like, a contrary perspective where they're like, I don't like this, but here's why. You know what I mean? Not just like, that sucks, or that's good. It's that's good because, or that sucks because. Which is the best type of feedback you can get, you know? If someone's just like, not
and
bad.
It's great because he doesn't take it as like, oh, I should just stop, or like maybe I should try again later. He takes it into account, and I feel like everyone should be able to do this where it's like coachability. Like he takes it in and then is able 100%. To like perceve it.
It's having that student mentality. Always have it that kind of open ears and stuff like that.
Dude,
for sure.
The critique comes with anything in art, right? Like you're gonna make something and not there's no way every single person's gonna like it. But I mean, if you're getting a negative, not negative, but like I guess negative opinion from somebody who you trust, or like whose opinion means something to you, then that's when you are able to take it in and apply it. You know, it's one thing to like hear what they're saying, but to understand it and then apply it and be like, okay, I agree.
100%.
I didn't see that, but thank you for bringing that up to me. Now I'm going to try it. Make something a bit, this way, and then you're just building each other up, which is super.
It's not
dope.
even like negative; it's like constructive.
Constructive criticism, right? Yeah, negative. I just meant as in like critique.
And like I remember like saying this thing about like like we all like have like these like windows, like we all have this idea, like because we're all like just floating through space. We have like this idea, and we have this idea is this house, and the house has all these different windows and stuff. But when you get an outside perspective, like somebody sees a different window, kind of thing,
100%,
and it just, like shines through, kind of thing.
100%.
It's Sonder, and
Sonder's crazy.
A big thing about it is like I feel there's so many different dimensions to music. So even 100%. Taking criticism into account, you gotta be careful because. Like, someone could look at it, like, in a way, like, oh, yeah, I don't even like rap music or, like, whatever.
Yeah. So like, it needs to be more funky.
So the opinions they're going to give you is going to be different than someone who does, like, rap, right? So
100%.
It's,
but you still got to sit with it, right?
Yeah,
like, you can't, I think people that take hard to hate, I mean, I can't say that, like, hate doesn't, like, affect somebody because, like, even starting out at first, like, when I first decided to release some stuff, like kids from where I was from and like my high school, like everyone was like, "This is terrible. You are awful." And I got like flamed by a bunch of people, and it was just like I was gonna delete everything. I was like, "I'm done with this. Like, not for me, I guess." But I just kind of like stuck through it because my friends stuck with me and my family and the people that I cared about. Cared about me and what I was doing. So I just kind of stuck with it, and I'm still sticking with it. And there's still a lot of people that don't love what I'm doing or are questioning what I'm doing. But I think just give it time, and they'll see the vision for sure.
Yeah. It's like getting waves. You just gotta keep.
I can't relate to that, but I see what you mean. Yeah.
Well, I also told you the other day we went to go like take some pictures for some stuff, and he was worried about whether he likes them or if people would like them, think they're silly, anything like that. And I told him if 1 out of 10 people like it, how many people are there in the world?
Law of averages, regardless, right?
So there's just that many people. It'll balance out in some factor.
And I think life's too short to care about other people's opinions.
Exactly.
But I think I need to kind of practice what I preach because I'm a very like I take what people like think into account a little too much. But I think I think it's important for people to just kind of do what they like and do it for themselves and not anybody else.
I mean, if you put out like so MIA and the other one, Cardiac, right? That you probably had that in the past 2 months, maybe like 1 month kind of thing.
Like what do you mean?
Both those songs, like you were ready to release those.
Within
the past 2 months, right? And then like you take into account like how much songs you've made or like in the past, like in that span kind of thing. So like even if you made like 30 of them that are not ready, so 2 out of the 30 are ready kind of thing.
100%,
like,
and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So you just gotta comb through it and like find the ones that you really like and that you want to work on a little bit more. And just like keep doing it kind of thing.
And I think
even practicing and failing at something is so much better than just not practicing at all.
And finding your sound too, right? Yeah.
So even if you like make like I don't know, just the intro of a beat or like one pattern, that's so much better than just not doing anything.
100%.
You're still getting used to it. You're still building up, and it builds confidence too, definitely.
Yeah, I think I can speak for all of us. Like, there's projects sitting on our computer with like one little like bar in it, and that's it. And then you just give up, right? But like, at least you start right, and you fail. You're like, okay, I failed on this one, but we'll keep it for later or whatever.
Too many of those.
I have way too many of those. I'll show my friends a song. It's like the first 30 seconds. Like, this is dope. Where's the other 2 minutes? I'm like, I haven't done it yet. Yeah, so I gotta start sticking with it.
But they're also that's not like a bad thing because if you're like in a session with like someone and they see that like specific file and they like that, they're gonna keep going off of that, and then you can build off of it.
It is a seed. That's a good way to put it for sure.
100%. Yeah. What kind of visuals would you do if you've seen your music to visual like what would it be like? Would it be like music video style like? You know how like everybody does it, or would you have some kind of crazy like you ever like Tara Reid or anything like that? Like some funky ass shit like that, like some crazy shit, like some sick.
Or like
shit.
Melanie Martinez.
That's actually crazy that he asked that.
Crazy visuals, like I fucking love like Adobe Premiere Pro. Like I was using that for a little bit, and like the effects you could do, like glitches and all this crazy next level weird shit you could do with it. It just works so much. Like you know what I mean?
That's wild that you brought that up because I was
to learn that next.
Were you in the studio when Bando was talking about that yesterday? This guy in our studio class, we were talking about yesterday. I think you left the room or something, but he was saying that like because we were playing, I forget what track I played, but I played one of my tracks and it's like the same vibe as the other two really. And he said like he can't see like a typical music video over that. He said it's like not because like the typical hip hop rap music videos, it's like you and all your boys and you're doing whatever, and it's like that, and you're like,
it gets boring after a little.
Yeah, I agree, and
it's
I think
alright, but like no knocking.
No,
you want some stimulation, you want
right?
Some, like,
and so he said,
shit.
like, I feel like if you were to put this out, you need to do some like crazy visuals, which is dope. And he said that it's different in a good way, and I think that's what I was talking about earlier. That like really, I was like, hell yeah, and I love, like, I'm huge on visuals and stuff.
100%.
I'm not talented visually, right? So it's hard to like make it a reality what I'm thinking, because I have all these cool ideas. Like, we tried something the other day with those pictures. I had such a cool idea, went down and tried it, and it did not really work out.
But I thought they looked good.
They were alright.
I think
we planted the seed for sure.
Planted the seed.
Yeah. But
it's like a similar concept, but like talking almost like music video, like visuals. Like we look at like 90210, like that Travis music video. If anyone's seen like the clay like animation,
that's crazy.
Like I'm really excited like to get into that like post-production class,
the visual
or the visual, whatever.
I don't think you can kind of pinpoint a style of music video because like. Once again, I'm bringing up Drake.
Oh, brother.
You can see his old stuff was like classy cinematic stuff, but then he has like God's Plan and like that kind of era where it's like giving out money or like being more like family friendish. So it's not just like kind of like what you're projecting for people to see from you, but it's also kind of what you want people to perceive.
It's documentative in a sense.
Because
like,
everything on the internet lasts forever, you know.
But it's very different than like different types of art, like Lamborghini High, for example, ASAP. Like if you guys know that one, it's like a very glitchy video. Like literally, it's like
I love that.
Different effects.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
but the song also makes you feel that way.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a trip, right? It's just like a whole.
The videos that don't match the song. Have you ever seen that as like jokes? Like there's videos that do not match the song whatsoever. It's like a really lighthearted song. It's a bunch of guys with guns and cash, and they're like, whatever.
I know exactly what you're talking
about. I think there's definitely different videos for different vibes of songs, and I mean, if you're making like trap gang stuff, and that's the kind of video you want to do, then by all means, I think it fits. And if you were to put some like psychedelic, crazy, swirling visuals over like
Ken Carson's.
Exactly, right? Like it's just different. So
that's
like,
crazy.
I don't know if you guys know Melanie Martinez.
Yeah.
Like she literally made a whole album, and then because people like the album so much, she made a whole movie. That like just worked in all the songs into the movie.
Yachty did that too.
So and the whole movie was like different kind of scenes and clips for everyone. But it still kind of comes around in a whole vibe again, kind of like the album. So it's once again, I feel like it has to be per song.
That is sick.
Or even per album.
Yeah, because you take into different account from different people's perspective. You could see Doja Cat doing her move video, which is like goofy, but like still very.
That song blew up too.
Yeah, that song blew up, and it was a very cutthroat video. Like she made it at home.
True.
But then there's like Lil Dicky videos that wouldn't go popular unless it was like the animation-y ones, and it was like a whole kind of gimmick music.
Lil Dicky or Lil Dicky?
Lil Dicky.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like he only popped off really. I feel like when those music videos were coming out.
It was like Chris Brown too, where they switched bodies.
Yeah, or Chris
That was
Brown.
Cool.
No, Dave was a sick show. You guys
love that show. That show
he's
also.
such a good freestyler. Have you ever seen Lil Dicky freestyle?
Yeah.
I did not take him seriously as an artist like whatsoever until I heard his freestyle. Like, I'll admit it. I did not love his stuff. And then I saw his, I think it was Sway in the Morning.
Yeah, it was.
He did a freestyle on Sway in the Morning, and I was, oh my god, I watched that 100 times. I like
that's all with his boy, right? He went with his boy.
He was the solo.
But
his boy wasn't beside him or anything?
Maybe, I don't know, but it was just like, oh my god. Like, I did not take him seriously at all. I heard that. It blew my mind.
Trust me, that's fire.
But that shows the creativity behind the scenes that really started running out.
Yeah,
but it's really good.
And he just goes to show, like, you know, he has a whole different, like, struggle of, like, his shit because it's so different and stuff. But
and I think his image as well, it's always hard to push when you, like, don't fit the image that you want. If that makes sense. Like, he was kind of at first doing, like, this whole artist stuff.
Dick joke.
Yeah, exactly. Like, his name is literally a dick joke. So he's kind of, like, playing the goofy side of everything on purpose to, like, show that he acknowledges the fact that he is a little silly.
I feel like, but the only, like, a big reason that worked for him is because, like, if you look at other people, or, like, if you look at Eminem, for example, like, his niche was him kind of being, like, a like kind of hard rap, and he was white and stuff. And then other people came and tried to do that same thing, but then everyone's like, oh, that's Eminem, right?
Yeah.
So with Lil Dicky, you can't be like, oh, that's Eminem.
No.
It's so unique to a point where it just hit.
Funny, but it's not like
funny.
Eminem's is like violent funny. But also like, bro, like syllable for syllable, M's just like, and he literally like he'll literally like write a novel in a song, and then you're just like you have like a whole movie out of it. Like Stan, like you don't even need to see the music video. Like you can just listen to it and you can like make it up in your own head.
You know exactly exactly what the music video was is exactly what I was picturing the entire time, right?
Exactly,
like before I even watched the video, because he puts it in your head. He's so good. I think lyricism is such a art, like
100%
that I have not yet mastered whatsoever. I mean, it's so crazy. Like you can really do a lot. And I mean, like I'm not a huge NF fan at all, and you know I don't really side with his music, but I mean he has a couple songs. There's this one that's just called Story. They just like told this like crazy ass story, but he like the way he did it was just like so crazy, and I've never seen anything like that before.
So
I think lyricism.
I feel like that was a big thing, like more back in the day, like straight out of Compton era, because people were telling stories in their songs. Nowadays,
it's more like, for melodies and vibes, and there's whole new subgenres of like melodic rap now, which is. But I think if you can find a good combination of melodies and lyrics and storytelling, etc., it's the perfect combination.
Yeah. And I feel like when you get to that point, it really feels like your own, or your own style, your own genre, your own music. So then it hits even different, or even better.
Yeah, but there's some of these guys, like I think Yeet, I hate them using this as an example, but Yeet was doing an interview, and they were saying, like, he doesn't say anything. Like, he's just speaking to say words, right?
Yeah.
But, and then an interviewer brought that up to him, and they were like, you know, what do you think about it? And he's like, these rappers that are spitting all these bars and stuff, like lyrical, blah, 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 they're not saying anything. Like, they're just, that's what he said at least. I'm not, but he was, in his view, he's the one who's saying things because they're saying so much that they're trying to say too much. It's like, what are you talking about? You're adding, like, you're making this point like this. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Which is an interesting way to view it. So.
Well, it also depends. Like, I feel like back, like, older hip-hop generation, people would really try and make you feel the things that you feel, but you can't describe saying it.
100%.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and that's when the song hits even more. And when you lose that kind of that finesse in a song, then you kind of lose a different kind of dimension.
100%.
That's a really good point. I love finding songs that like describe the way that you're like thinking or feeling, but you didn't know it until somebody put it into words. And you're like, oh my god, this like speaks to you, right?
It's like you're almost studying humans at the same time.
100%. I think that's what the whole emo wave was. I think that's a big reason why it blew it, because people could relate to it so much. People that were going through shit. Oh, this other person's going through the exact same shit I'm going through. This is I resonate with this song. You know what I mean? I think that was a big thing with the whole emo
the whole world was in that state, and then you have people like portraying it.
100%, and it's like
down to the mumble stuff, so people just ate that.
You could feel it, and you could resonate with it.
You know what the thing is too, especially with like music, hip hop, art, any kind of lyricism, it's like everybody feels the pain, but nobody wants to hear you whine about it. But when you make it sound cool and like you're like portraying it, you have a finesse to it. You're like. You know, everybody wants his attention, but you're in this group of people. But when you spit it a certain way and it flows so accurately and stuff like that, like
people can really.
Yeah, it's not like you're not whining about your pain at that point. You're like kind of like
preaching.
Yeah, you're turning like something so negative into something so like beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just sounds so catchy, and you can like re-say it
Juice
over.
Man. Yeah, that's Juice WRLD right there.
Yeah, I always look at like.
Yeah, Juice WRLD, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Juice WRLD was huge, or even X and stuff like
Juice
that.
Was like my biggest inspiration. I won't even lie. Like
that's sick.
He was like it was Uzi. I think I said that Uzi and Juice. But like Juice was like the first artist that I like followed just the artist. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just listen to songs for the song. They don't listen to the artist or the album or whatever. But like Juice was like an artist I loved. Like.
Yeah, like none of his songs miss for you. Basically.
No,
like,
and they still
can't find one Juice WRLD song that's originally made by him, not like a Postmortem song. Just like
the Postmortems. I don't know how to feel about Postmortems.
I don't know exactly either.
I feel like at a certain point it gets disrespectful because you know Legends Never Die, the first Postmortem album, that was like his vision still. He still wanted it that way. Yeah. But these other songs, and they're like old songs too that they're releasing, like songs that he made in the era of his first albums that they're releasing like last year. It's like there's a reason he didn't post those. There's a reason he didn't add those to the album because he didn't like them enough. So putting those out there to I guess they say they do it for the fans. I don't think they do it for the money. There's people that say it's a money grab. I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, to a certain extent, there's a reason they didn't put that out before if it's an old song, right?
Yeah.
If they made it, like, close to when they died, I understand that, right? But I think, like, Fighting Demons, that album by Juice WRLD, a lot of the songs were old, like, Goodbye Good Riddance era old.
Okay.
Like, his first album, and there's a reason that stuff wasn't put out, so the fact that they put it all out was kind of like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it turns people off.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's almost like a grave digging at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I think I would
right?
put
Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe if it's original, like, it'll be kind of cool, but they're taking it and they add a totally different production beat.
Yeah,
so
change
the whole
beat
vibe
completely.
is exactly not how we wanted it, maybe. And you never even, I can't tell, no one can tell because he's gone.
right, you have
know
no,
what I
and you
mean?
have no
Like,
idea, so it's
yeah.
all up to perception at that point.
Yeah.
So then that's just my
crazy.
opinion. I mean, I still think, like, X and stuff, a lot of good music came out after he died, and I mean, they died so young, both of them, right? They both had so much potential, like P2, all these artists that died young, and their music came out, like Pop Smoke, all their music that came out, there were some really good songs on there, and I think a lot of people are glad that those songs came out, so it's really hard to say whether they would have wanted that or not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But like, and also like knowing like how like I don't know, how like selective like musicians are with our music. It's almost like I can't really do anything about what's put out now that I'm like you know past. So it's like
yeah. Especially being
I know.
self-critical and then you're gone. And it's like
Plus, it's
That's
under
it.
your name.
You
so
just gotta trust their team, right?
Yeah,
because they trusted the
like
team.
yeah, he obviously worked with some close people. I could probably know
That's
like
true.
enough about him.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I want to believe, but like yeah, I don't know.
I totally agree with that.
That's like
statement.
almost like a fear, I guess. Is like I don't know. It's almost like unreleased art too, right? Like if an artist like paints something, like I don't know, it's extremely personal or something, and they don't want it touched, then that's like,
and
you know.
On the note of like personal art and stuff, like there's like stuff that I'll make, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing, where it's like it's so personal you don't want to show people. It's just like something you did for you, like personally. Like I've done some really personal songs and stuff like that. I've showed like a couple of my close friends, but other than that, it's like for me, right? And they'll be like, "Release this, it's so good," but it just like you made it for yourself, and you want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know, which I guess is kind of selfish, but yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's super dope.
I guess it just comes to that point. You if you ever want to release that, you just gotta cross that point and be like, okay, this is for me, but also like it could help other people too.
Which is another thing that helps,
that's a
right?
crossing point, I think.
Especially if you have a platform. Like someone like me, I have no platform whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
But if I was high up there, if I was, mainstream, whatever, and I had a platform, I think, and kids listen to what artists say,
100%.
right? Like the things that they portray
Yeah.
in their music and stuff. If they're glorifying a certain thing, the kids that are listening to it are going to be influenced by that.
Yeah.
And think that that's like, what they got to do. So if I had a platform, I think I'd do something like that. Do something
100%.
hoping to help people, right?
That's
so,
crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. We talked about a lot of crazy stuff. We've been on air for 1 hour and 28 minutes. 1 hour.
Damn.
So pretty fire and stuff.
Hell yeah.
What do you guys want to do? You guys keep talking about stuff? Want to wrap it up? Bring it back next week? Maybe.
Whatever, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 is it.
Yeah. Next time we definitely gotta bring those
Yeah.
middies in.
Yeah, we'll bring them in. I would
can't
love to
wait
do a
for that.
cook.
Yo, let's do it. Yo, I got this projector now, and like I wanted to I have this idea. I just want to put it like there so it can be on the wall
Hell
like,
yeah.
behind you guys.
They
so
could see
it'll
it.
Be sick and stuff.
Hell yeah. That'd be super dope.
And the projector, we could just find there's a couple YouTube channels that do like trippy visuals. Like,
I always have them on in the studio.
animes and all this shit. Yeah. It's like just sick to look at, and we can cook up beats while we're doing it as well too. And
Hell
just,
yeah.
shoot
Just a
some
vibe
vibes.
for the people.
Yeah.
For us.
Exactly.
Got a bunch of talented
we
people
love
in
the
this
vibe,
room,
yeah.
so
100%, fam. And I'm gonna have to publish that last week's video and rip it, and I'll send it to you guys as well too, and
Hell yeah.
also today's as well too. I'll try to do that one like right this second, actually.
yeah, no rush, man. No rush at all.
Yeah.
We
So if
appreciate
you guys
it.
want to shout out your social medias and everything like that
Yeah,
for
go
all
ahead.
the people, follow.
Go ahead, yeah.
FAROUQ.369 on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mark doesn't know his.
Like I never use it.
Yeah, barely on
A1EC Nicholson on Instagram. A1EC on all platforms. Check it out if you get the time. Would appreciate it. MIA out now.
Yeah, got VNPNDD on Instagram and Pond on SoundCloud.
Word.
And mine is it's Mark, but there's a period between it's and Mark, and then it's a B instead of an A. And Mark with a C.
ITS.MBRC.
Clip that so people don't forget it.
It's a little complicated. complicated saying it out loud.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fire.
No. Appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro. We appreciate it. It's a really good time,
bro.
Always vibes in the room here.
Yo, love that, man. It's all music. I love talking music, and you guys fucking love music.
Came to the right people, man. We love it too.
Fire.
Yeah,
man. Appreciate all you guys. You guys want to shout out anybody and say any last words?
No, shout
out Simba real quick. We love Simba.
Shout out CFRE Radio, man. I mean, it's super dope that you're giving us small artists and stuff a platform to be able to talk about our music, and I think like. Well, I always dreamed of doing interviews and stuff, so it's nice to like be able to put like your creative process out there for people. So that's super dope, and we appreciate you.
Collab, 100%. Much love, yo. Everybody, thank you for tuning in as well too. This is Proetiq Radio. Ariana coming at you live. We got A1, we got Khan, we got Mark, we got FAROUQ in the building, and we'll be right back soon next week, and we'll cook us some beats, make some fresh stuff, and keep talking music and all that stuff as well too.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
We out.
That was tight.
No, that was fun.
I pulled it up on my phone and I'm like so beat red in the face because of how hot I am. I'm like sweating.
You're so far.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's all good though.